G'day and welcome to Season 1, Episode 3 of Jan TV. Now I know we were away last week and so there was no Jan TV episodes that came out, and that's because we were in Bali for our inaugural Bali health retreat, which I am planning on doing every single year, at least once a year. And our next one will be from January 4 to 11, I believe the dates are. It's the second week by calendar, the second week of 2020. So if you're interested, send me a message and register your interest. But it was super fun. I loved being there. If you haven't seen the photos, please make sure you check them out in the most recent post beneath this video on the Facebook page, and of course on Instagram at Jan Fitness, and on Facebook it is at Jan Fitness Community. So our first two episodes were on a little bit about me and us, so myself, Jacob, and what Jan is, and it is also in the second one was all about nutrition, and I talked about the turmeric latte, my favorite turmeric latte recipe. This is episode 3 and this is an opportunity for you to come and join us, but I want to explain why I'm sitting here at the beach. So we've just got back from Bali, we've had a health retreat there, and now I'm sitting on a beach somewhere in Australia. I'm actually back home in Darwin. I'm at our family beach block. The beach is Walgate Beach over at Mandorah in Darwin. And as you can see, there is a massive gas tank. I think Darwin is very, very big on the oil and gas exporting right now, and there's a massive tanker leaving. So sitting here on our second week, and the reason why I'm here on my second week off is because the way we go about it is we do a 10-week block and then we take a 2-week break. 10-week block, 2-week break, and so on. It does change a little bit here and there, but as we grow and evolve, that may change. But right now, this is the way we're going about it because it suits me, and it gives me longevity in the industry, and it enables me to stay fresh and positive and motivated for the most important people, which is the members, and it's also really beneficial for the members. So what happened a few years ago was I was absolutely burnt out. I was teaching full-time, teaching 5 classes of psychology at a local high school, grade 11 and 12. I was also taking 2 bootcamp classes in the morning, or the morning started with a PT session, followed by 2 bootcamp sessions, then teaching for the day, then going off to do what was just some part-time work at the local Institute of Sport in the afternoons, and then some work with a sporting with different sporting organisations after that. So I was typically out from about 4:30 in the morning until about 7:30 at night. At the time, we had an older son who was 12. We also had 2 newborn babies, and so one was 2, one was 1, and then our next one was on the way, and I absolutely burnt out. And I decided in September that I was going to take a, I think it was, 2-week break from training in order to just rest and recover. And what I noticed was I rejuvenated, but so too did all of the participants. There was one lady in particular who had come to every single session, and at the time I was doing 6 sessions a week, or 6 days a week, sorry, and she had been to 1 class every day, all 6 days available, from the beginning of the year through to the end of September. And if you saw her, you would think, yeah, she's just a fit lady, she's doing pretty good. And you didn't think that there was any issue with that. But when I saw her face when she returned after that 2-week break, it really made me realise that the general health and fitness industry needs to be looked at the same way that the sporting industry does, where we periodise a training program. And so we have our different phases throughout the year. So we have our off season, we have our pre-season, we have our in season, we have our final season, and within that we have our micro, meso and macro cycles, and we can then periodise the program. And taking that 2-week break for her was phenomenally important. She came back looking absolutely refreshed. Her skin looked different, her face looked different. Emotionally and psychologically, she was just so much more present and happy because she had simply taken this break. And that is why now I have this 2-week break instilled into the program for all of our members. And so that way they get a break from me, hopefully, unless they're watching this video like I can see some of you are live, but they get a break from seeing my face, hearing my voice, coming to the same location every day, and they go away and they do stuff differently. So they can get together and work together as a group. They can get together in small groups with someone who might live right next door to someone else. Like I know that there's 2 who live next door to each other. They may be that they enjoy spending time with other people in the group, so they go and work out with that person, or they put something into our private and exclusive Facebook group and they say, hey, I'm going to be doing this workout at this time, who wants to come and join me? Because all of the workouts are designed and they're usually a bit more of a fun workout. So at the moment we're in the middle of our 12 days of Easter challenge, just the same as we did our 12 days of Christmas challenge, so that they've got something fun to go on with during the break time. And they can then do that either on their own or with somebody else if they choose to, or they can just completely have a complete break and do nothing, or they go and do other things. They might go and try a yoga class with another studio, or they do a Pilates class, or they go and do a boot camp, or they join some kind of more high intensity thing like a F45 or a CrossFit. It doesn't matter, they can do anything that they so wish to go and choose. And I have found it to be extremely beneficial for everybody involved. So that's why we do that. And this is my invitation for you to come and join us. Now, I am not ever going to offer a free 1 week trial. I believe in our product and what we deliver far too much to be giving away 1 week free trials. So the way we go about it is we offer a 2 week intro package, and you have to pay for it. There has to be some skin in the game so that people have some buy-in into the results that they want to achieve, because what is the saying? The transformation comes from the transaction. And so in the 2 week intro package, it is a cheaper option where everything is involved. And if you decide not to continue at the end of it, you can then happily go off on your way. We shake hands and I'll say, off you go and enjoy with all the stuff that you have learnt about yourself. We do a wellness consultation, we do a physical induction, which is a private one-on-one session. We do a health screening. You get unlimited access to all of our classes, and there are 36 a week. And then you also get your customized plan developed to be able to go on from there. But the wellness consultation I've found to be the most important aspect of the whole process. So it is highly, highly valuable. The people who come into an intro package and they do that 2 week intro package, those who don't book their wellness consultation in, which I have to take responsibility for that. It is my responsibility to ensure that happens. And if I can't get someone in that 2 weeks to do their wellness consultation, chances are they will not continue. It all hinges on that. That is so, so important. And those who do the wellness consultation, I have to look at the stats, but it's definitely more than 90% will then continue on after that. The other thing which is super important is the physical induction, and that is what I am talking about here today. So I'm not ever going to give away a week of free training or a free 2 week intro package. It might be discounted for in certain circumstances for people, but I'm not going to give away anything for free, except in terms of the training and the introductory package. But what I'm going to do is give the first 5 people locally and the first 5 people online, that's 10 in total, a free introductory, free physical induction, which is where I induct you into the JAND movement system. So the JAND philosophy operates across, so we have the whole framework, which is what I call Mind Your Body, the Mind Your Body framework, which sits underneath JAND as the big header at the top. And then within that we have systems. So we have the JAND movement system, the JAND eating system, and the JAND mindset system. And so within all these systems, we've got our different strategies that we use to achieve results and strive and practice ultimate health. And so this physical induction is an opportunity to really get to know the JAND movement system. And JAND, and this is my intention for it in the long run, is its own movement system, just the same as what yoga and Pilates is. So what I realized from working at the Institute of Sport was that everything needs to sit within a system. It was my role there to create our own sort of movement system, and we looked at the basic fundamental movements in order to create that. And then from some stuff that I'd learnt in the past, as well as learnt from that opportunity, and then learnt later on from going back into the general health and wellness industry, was that things need to change a little bit from sport. And so I then established our own movement system. I realized that everything needed to operate within a system. Anything which is good, which operates well, like McDonald's, for example, as a business, operates extremely well because there are systems in place. Any defense force across the globe operates well because of a system. Any, what else is there? There's another, any successful organization works well because of systems. And so I learnt this through my coach, Lisa Kika, who runs the Client Cure. And she was talking about it, and it was through practice on my own that I realized I need to create systems and put systems in place. And so this is our movement system. I realized that yoga is simply a movement system. Pilates is a movement system. They're all about helping you to move more efficiently. It's all about practicing movement in order to be healthy. So we set about creating the Jand movement system. And then from there, as I've started to allude to in only the last week or two, the Jand diet, which is the Jand eating system, because I found that people were asking me, what do you eat? And I was taking a little bit of the Mediterranean diet, a little bit of the keto, a little bit of paleo, a little bit of intermittent fasting, and so on, and putting it all together into a system which I found worked. So up until the end of this week, I'm not sure what the date is, but Sunday night, today is I think the 15th, so that must mean it'll be up until the 21st, the night of the 21st, which I think is Sunday night. I'm going to offer a free physical induction for 5 people locally to come and do locally, and 5 people online. All you need to do is send me a message, and I'll hook it up. The online one will just be simply through Skype. We'll set up a time, we'll organize it through Facebook Messenger if you send me a message, and I'll induct you into the physical movement system. No strings attached after that. If you don't want to continue, I'm not going to try and sell you anything. I've found that I don't need, what I love about what I do now is I don't need to try and sell anything. All I simply need to do is to just put it out there, and you know if you're one of our tribe members or not. As soon as you start watching these videos and seeing the posts, if you start relating to the stuff that I'm saying, you know you're one of us, and you know you're a part of this tribe, this community, and then I don't need to sell anything. So I am so grateful for everything that I've been able to develop, and I just love sharing it, and if I get to share it for free, it just feels awesome to be able to do so. I just love sharing the information. I love this stuff, and like they said, if you do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life. So as I said, Debbie, thank you very much for saying yes please. I know you're encouraging because you've been a little bit a part of the system for a little while now. Have just sent me a message saying that you have lost 98 centimeters in total over the last year off your body. So obviously it all works. I know you're trying a few different things, and it's worked really well. But I'm more than happy, Debbie, to work with you even further, and please share it out, share this video out with others. So 5 people locally, send me a message. 5 people online, send me a message. We'll do the local one inside the next week or two from our studio at home, and we'll do the online one over Skype using video, and I'll take you through our movement system. So that's it. Simply click the link in this post, which will be to send me a message, and we'll get it started. Thanks for joining me in this episode, and I'll see you on Thursday, where, actually, did I say that at the start? Every Monday and Thursday I'll be live with Jand TV, which is a short little video series talking about the Jand system, Mind Your Body. All right, I'll see you on Thursday.